George Conway, Kellyanne Conway's husband, has been involved in something called the Lincoln Project. And the Lincoln Project consists of right-wingers that we probably don't agree with on almost everything or anything. However, they do think that there's a huge problem with Republican lawmakers who enable Trump's criminality. And so there are some vulnerable Republican senators who are going along with what Mitch McConnell wants, what Donald Trump wants. And the Lincoln Project, with the help of George Conway, Kellyanne Conway's husband, is calling them out. Their latest ad, which is vicious, goes after Susan Collins. Take a look.
Senator Susan Collins, you aren't doing the job we elected you to do. While Mainers and the American people demand evidence, witnesses, and answers to Trump's corrupt Ukraine scheme, you keep covering for Trump. Oh, sure, you certainly talk a good game. You're concerned, troubled, worried. But one thing you're not? Independent. Madam Senator, this time a finger wag will not cut it. You're a senator, so act like it. You work for Maine, not Mitch McConnell, because Maine demands independence from our leaders. It's something we had with Olympia Snowe and Bill Cohen. Don't embarrass their legacy by protecting corruption. You aren't there to suborn corruption and loyalty to a political party. That's not the Maine way. That's the Trump way. Mainers demand independence, Senator Collins. We want a fair trial in the Senate and honest leadership. So either do your job, Susan Collins, or Maine will find someone who will.
Delicious.
That's
so good.
Vicious, I would say.
Vicious and delicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
My favorite part, I don't know if my audio is up, but I bust out laughing when it was like, you're supposed to be working for us, not Mitch McConnell, and it's Mitch like.
Oh, I was right. This story put me in a good mood.
Yeah, so look, it's very effective.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to that part this morning, but I love the ad. I will say it is skillful and artful in its use of graphics and music to manipulate. I will say that. It's one of the, like, I love this ad because I do generally agree with it, but it also shows that these sorts of ads can be very effective on playing on your emotions.
Are you saying that classical music, including wonderful violin performances, is manipulation? How dare you?
If I ever tell someone off, I am definitely going on like Fiverr and hiring a violinist to go, because anything I say is gonna be like, oh, dude.
It's just so good.
I don't watch Succession, but I imagine that's the like soundtrack to most of it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think there are lots of
violin solos,
yes,
I guess.
yeah.
Perhaps a viola.
Look, the one thing that I'm jealous of that Republicans execute really well is these attack ads. They're just so vicious. And look, I get it, the music and all that, the dramatic close-up photos. It is meant to drive the point home, and it is a little manipulative, I guess, but the information that's being portrayed in that ad is accurate, right? Susan Collins, she's not really carrying out anything that she believes in principle. She's trying to figure out how to strike this balance in an incredibly difficult re-election campaign.
Yeah.
And she's failing miserably. Look, if I were in her shoes and I had to choose between doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing, and either one could lead to me losing my re-election bid, I would just do the right thing, right? Because by doing the wrong thing, you're still risking your political career.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand what her reasoning is. I want to go to a quick.
Desire for relevance, probably. It's probably the same as Lindsey Graham.
But they're already so rich. Just go away.
I know, I don't get it. Like, especially when, like, this is not specific about her, but for a lot of them that you're on the older side. I mean, come on, like, how much longer are you gonna be in office? Like, make a stand for something that matters. Like,
Yeah.
I know you want to vote on the next Supreme Court justice or something, I'm sure. But like when you were a kid and you were thinking about serving and you couldn't even dream of being a senator someday, did you really think that you would sit there and spend every moment just trying to make sure that you can continue sitting there? Or did you want that position to accomplish something? Some sort of principle, some discernible value being pursued.
Look, you know, I 100% agree with you on this. We work here. You know, like there have been opportunities to do the wrong thing and work for a company that censors you and you're not able to actually get information out there. Sometimes doing the right thing does hurt you career-wise and professionally, but if you have an opportunity to really change the country or make a decision that could lead the country in a better place, do it, do it. That's why you have the power that you have. Your constituents trusted you by giving you that power.
Yeah, and Maine does like independent, I mean, they're playing it up obviously in the ad, but Maine does like independent senators.
So let me give you some details about what's happening in that race because you know, if you're curious about it, if you happen to be in Maine, you should know about the individual challenging Susan Collins. So Collins, who has served in Maine Senate since 1997, is facing a tough re-election against Democratic challenger Sarah Gideon, Speaker of Maine's House of Representatives, in a race ranked a toss-up by the Cook Political Report. She's also facing 4 other Democratic opponents besides Gideon, so there are other people involved. But Gideon seems to be the individual who serves as more of a threat to her. So this week, Planned Parenthood endorsed Gideon over Collins, who the organization said abandoned women with her vote to confirm Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh last year. All of this stuff is coming back, Collins.
But why is Planned Parenthood mad? She did wag her finger.
Also, a Morning Consult poll released last week shows Collins as the most unpopular senator in the chamber with 52% disapproval rating, handing Democrats an obvious opening. That was reported by The Hill. And just a fun headline, it's satire. This didn't actually happen, but it does drive the point home about who Collins is. Andy Borowitz, who wrote, again, this is a satire piece, Susan Collins takes hours to decide on lunch before ordering exactly what Mitch McConnell is having.
That's good, which is definitely soup. Yeah, she's in one of those races where, like, obviously, like I want the best, most progressive challengers in all these races. I want them to win because I want a progressive president to have a progressive Senate, progressive House. But symbolically, for the things they've done and allowed Trump to do, her, Mitch McConnell, there's a few standouts where if there is any justice in the universe, and fundamentally there is not, they should lose.
Yeah.
They should pay a price. Lindsey Graham should pay a price for what he has done. Ted Cruz should have lost in 2018 for his cowardice, for his political opportunism. They don't often pay that price, but I hope that Susan Collins is at least, that seems like a layup.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.